Supreme greetings to you, my friends. You are listening to the Jumper Cable Records podcast. Thank you for tuning in with us today. We are discovering new artists together and learning from music industry professionals. But we're in for a sweet treat today. We're sitting in Nashville with the brilliant minds behind the Strumn App, Shane Sniteman and Lexia Thomas. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Appreciate it.
We're both excited and relieved with what you all are doing with the app. We want to get into all of that in a second. But first, can we have you guys introduce yourselves? Tell us who you are, where you hail from, and maybe I don't know, who your first concert was.
Okay.
All right, take it away.
I'm Shane Sniteman. I am from South Carolina, moved to Nashville about 6 years ago. Songwriter, software developer, and my first concert was NSYNC.
Okay,
good one. That's a good
how old
one.
were you?
Like maybe 13
Oh
or so,
my
12.
gosh.
That's a good
I
one.
just love picturing
Yeah.
13.
That's a good one.
Great.
I'm Lexia Thomas. I am originally from Canada, moved here 10 years ago. Been in the event industry for over 10 years now, working for music events. Still doing that now. Crazy to see it evolve. But my first concert was a little different from NSYNC. It was Metallica.
Oh, a little different. Yeah.
That is a lot different.
That is so cool.
Still boy bands.
How
Boy
old were
bands.
you
Both of us were
watching
boy bands.
Metallica?
Literally, my parents took me when I was 3 months old. So
Oh my
it's
gosh.
so crazy. Yep.
That is so cool.
Yep. And I still have the photo of it.
Aw, that's really
That
cute.
explains everything.
Doesn't it?
Well, now I want to know, who was your first conscious concert?
Ooh, the one
That
that
you
I remember,
remember, yeah.
honestly, Nickelback.
Oh,
Will
wow.
not forget that.
Oh
that
my
was
gosh.
I was like
Love
10
that.
or 11, and
She
it
was
was
bringing
awesome.
it on. That
That's
is
awesome.
so cool.
And I remember having my little purse that I bejeweled, and it was awesome. Yep.
A Nickelback purse? Or
No,
just
just my purse with my initial on it, but I brought it to the Nickelback concert, and I thought it was the
So
coolest.
sweet.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That
So
is
Metallica
so
and Nickelback.
sweet.
Those are my two.
Great band.
Those are
OGs.
good.
Yep.
Where did you see NSYNC? Was this in South Carolina?
I think Charlotte or Atlanta.
Oh, wow. That is awesome. Well, this is so cool.
That's fun.
We're grateful you guys are here. Thanks for showing up. That was
you.
just a little warm up. But I'd love to get to know you a little bit more. What do you say we do a few rapid fire questions?
Let's do
Do
it.
it.
Break the ice. Let's do it. So since we'll be talking all things app in just a little bit, outside of social networks and obviously Strumn, what's an app you can't live without?
Reminders.
Yeah? Yeah.
Oh, probably my Google Cal. Need a calendar to navigate my day-to-day life.
I'm with you.
Right?
My answer would be Google Keep, which is kind of
Oh,
like,
never had that.
it's like a combination of what you both said. It's like a calendar with reminders and notes. It's just
I'm going to check it out
Yeah.
after.
yes. It keeps
Need
everything
to
in the
look that
cloud,
up.
of
Yep.
course. It's
Yep.
great. Question. Would you rather sell out Madison Square Garden for one night only or be the halftime performance at the Super Bowl?
Ooh, if I was an artist, I'd do Super Bowl.
Yeah?
Yes.
I'm not that eclectic, so probably sell out Madison Square Garden.
I want to know why. Why would you choose Super Bowl? Why would you choose Madison Square Garden?
Super Bowl, prime example, The Weeknd was an average, really good pop singer,
Yeah.
but played Super Bowl, and now he's #1 streamed and has been taking over that industry. Like when you play
Boom.
Super Bowl, it's like it just elevates your careers because there's that many more people that watch Super Bowl. There's millions of people that watch it, and it can take your career from here to the next level,
That's
which
true.
it did,
Because your audience is everybody at that point. Yeah.
Everyone
That's a good
watches the
point.
Super Bowl,
Yeah.
so you just have so many people watching you.
That's a good point.
Shane, I think you're eclectic. What are you thinking with Madison Square Garden?
Well, if you had to do the Super Bowl, they would make you do some crazy things like
Oh,
wear some fur jackets or something. I'm
You
like,
don't want to spin up
Choreography.
around like Pink. And
you
Yeah,
don't
I
want to
just-
run 100 yards.
yeah,
Lady
it's a
Gaga.
little too much. I think I'd be in my element at Madison.
Okay. All right, last one for our rapid fire round. If you could commission any living musician to write a jingle about the Strumn app, who would that be?
I'm going to go Metallica just because they're it's just beginning of everything. It's Metallica.
Honestly, Nickelback could be
or
live
Nickelback.
too.
Or Nickelback.
I'll
A
take
Nickelback
either.
jingle. That'd be amazing.
That would be like my world's colliding.
Look out
That'd be funny.
Yep.
for the Strumn App jingle. I do want to say, so if you are reading about the app, it does have an N at the end. We want to clarify now.
Yes.
It is Strumn.
Yes.
Yeah, because I thought it was Strummin', but
Everyone does. But, apps nowadays, they just have to have like 5 letters and be cool, And
yes,
It's like-
memorable.
Yep.
It's definitely memorable.
it's a conversation. So we'll
Yeah.
just, whatever you want to say, though, is
Yeah.
fine.
The Strumn App. It's awesome. We're so excited. So we've been following you online for a bit. Can you tell our listeners who may be hearing about Strumn for the very first time, can you tell us what the app is? Like, who is it for? What was the genesis of the idea? How did it all come about?
There we go.
7 questions for you.
So the app is for artists, bands, venues, bars, restaurants, and soon to be booking agents as well. So the whole idea is to connect them in a super easy way, but also be able to see each other's calendars, see, an artist wants to be able to see, is a bar venue ticketed or not? Are they, what their backline is? Picture like, you're looking for a house on Zillow, right? Before you even speak to the realtor, you can get an idea of what that house is, how much it costs, what the, size of the room is, what the genre is. So we give information right off the bat that you can see each other. And then from there, you can actually see availability on a calendar and send a booking request for opening days. So the whole idea is to cut out cold calling, emails, anything up front that traditionally happens, right?
Yes.
And just a quick, how did it come about? I was playing shows in Atlanta myself. Started out at walking into a Mexican restaurant. Hey, do you have a PA system? Hey, can I play here? And they're like, no, we don't. But if you want to bring a PA system, that's fine. So started realizing, what if you can spin up live music anywhere, right? Mm-hmm. Any restaurant can have live music. This place could have live music. So they could get on there. They can make a profile. And then as I was gaining my chops, so to speak, playing live, I would go to the bar next door. Hey, can I play here? What days do you have open? They're like, who are you, right? Send me an email of your YouTube. And, and I'm like, okay, can I play this Friday? And they're like, no, we have the Tuesday open. And so it was so much back and forth. And I was just like, what if there was a way I can just see their calendar. They can see mine if they want to request mine as well, and book in a super easy process. And that's kind of how it came about. So
hallelujah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That is so cool.
Essentially, we're just trying to fill this void that is in the industry. Like, I came on the booking side of it.
Yeah.
I booked for large scale festivals for a long time, and I would have my main stage, which is the $1 million acts, very easy to book. You call their agent, put in an offer, you're done. But I also had to book the B stage, which is kind of a smaller stage with more local bands. And being based in Nashville, I had to do this for 7 different cities across North America where I'm not in. So I'm like, how do I find local artists? And I had the hardest time doing it. And I'm like, it shouldn't be this hard for me to want to find local artists in an area and book them. So I'm Googling, couldn't do anything. It was just like a mess sifting through all these info emails. And an artist would email me, can I play your show? And I'm like, can you send me anything? Can I see a YouTube link? Anything. So now on the venue side, you can see an artist profile. You can see their website, their social medias, their Spotify, like their music, their photos, everything kind of in one area. So you can see it right there. Yes, no, put an offer in, and there you go. And you can like search in certain locations as well. So it makes it super easy for anyone in that position as well.
That is so cool. Easy to target.
Totally.
Just gets rid of so many headaches.
Because there's no other way to search up artists. Like there's just nowhere that you could do that.
Yeah.
I don't know how
all
you
the
know what I
things
mean?
that
like
you are able to see on the Strumn app.
I know there's
Exactly.
no website that's like artists in Tucson, Arizona. It's like where you know what I mean? There's
and
no,
who's
there's no
active,
database.
who's actively
Yes,
playing
exactly.
and all that.
Exactly.
Oh man,
So
this is brilliant.
yes,
Yeah. And you can get down with the search as granular as you want. So you can say, I want a Tucson acoustic pop act that has an opening date of the 18th that has a PA system, that, you know, you can just nail down and just give me what I need, not just, you know, searching Tucson Instagram, you know, tags for finding
Hashtags.
somebody.
literally,
Right?
Yes.
that's what it was. And it would just spend hours and hours doing that. And I'm like, there's gotta be a better way. Like, this is just crazy that this is taking up so much of my time. And there's like, we talk about this a lot. There's so many, I would say there's like 98% of the artists don't have a booking agent who are actually playing. There's only that like top 1 to 2% of artists who actually have agents that you can book with. So that
Exactly.
stuff's the easy part. It's the other 98% of artists that are playing at your local coffee shops, that are playing, you know, at your local whatever, restaurant, bar, anything. That's the problem, and that's the one that everybody's overlooking, those artists. Until you get to an agent, like, everyone's still forgetting about this 98% of these artists that are struggling to do this, you know?
Totally. I hope that our listeners feel seen right now.
Yes.
So this is so brilliant. Most of our listeners are musicians. You know, we have management team peeps who we know would absolutely appreciate the service that you all are providing. And you are truly adding value to the industry.
You know, artists in that realm who don't necessarily, are just starting out, don't necessarily have a team around them, don't have the bandwidth or the time to be able to Google all these venues, cold call, email. It's like they should be spending most of their time in the creative lane, playing music.
Yeah.
This stuff should be easy for them. It shouldn't be taking up 90% of their time, which I'm sure it does. You know, you have to go through the old school way. Like, I acted as an artist in town, and I emailed 50 venues, and I heard back from 2 of them saying, hey, I want to play your venue. And I heard back from 2. So it's like, I don't know how an artist actually does it. Like, you would have to, it's just, shouldn't be that hard of a process, you know? So we're just trying to make it easy for artists to be able to have the opportunity to play a gig or more than what they're playing. They're probably playing, you know, the same, a lot of these artists are playing the same venues over and over again. So it's like giving them the opportunity to expand on that and play different venues and find different people. And so it's just, you know, I think super important for venues and artists of that caliber, for sure.
That is so needed. And can we just spotlight what you said about how you don't know how artists do it? Because I don't think anyone outside the music industry knows. One musician is like the show, right? They are writing music, they're recording music, they are putting music out, they are their own marketing team a lot of the times, they're their own booking agents a lot of times. So just, oh my gosh, I cannot stress enough like how needed this is.
Yep.
This is amazing.
Thank you.
So let's help our friends out who are listening. Let's say I'm a musician and I'm listening to the podcast now and I want to create a profile. I want to use the Strumn app. Can you kind of walk us through that experience? What can we expect to see?
So you will sign up with just basically like setting up a profile with photos, videos. You can put in demos or songs,
Oh, cool.
all your links. Again, do you have a PA system or not? Are you willing to open or not? Because sometimes, you know, we want to search for like, are you a local artist that's willing to open for a band if a band's trying to find you, right? So specific things like that to set up what your band looks like. If you have a band, what do you have? What your all your instruments, things like that, so venues know. And then so if you're an artist, you set it up that way, and then as soon as your profile's made, you can start searching for venues, bars, restaurants, however you would like. Other people who have, I guess, tried this, what they do is create a profile for an artist, and then the artist sits and waits because there's nothing for the artist to do. A venue has to reach out to you, right?
Right.
We did it where it's both ways. So a venue can search for you, but an artist can also search for a venue, and you can basically send requests for opening days either way.
There you go.
So you can either wait and kind of expect a coffee shop or a bar to reach out to you, or vice versa, you can reach out to them. But you can only reach out to them if there's an opening date.
Okay.
So you know the opening date.
So essentially we're trying to be proactive in, if you're a newer artist and you want to go on a mini tour, you're tired of playing, let's just use Nashville since we're here, for instance. You're tired of playing Nashville every night. You want to explore Georgia. What venues are around Georgia? How do you even start? So we have the tools. Here you go. You can search per city. So you can kind of create and build your own tour and expand beyond the city that you're just playing, and can create your own tour without a booking agent. You can do it yourself and, try to kickstart your career that much faster.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. I just have to pause because you guys know what they say about early adopters is they're innovators. Mm-hmm. So if you are listening, you're getting the inside scoop on true innovation here. I encourage you, friends, to be early adopters. Just blaze that trail. Use the Strumn app. Shane, Lexia, you all have been working super hard on the app. What can our listeners do to help elevate the Strumn community?
I would say just spread the word, honestly. Yeah. Like, your local restaurants in town, and like I said, even your local coffee shop that you go to, if you see some people, we've even talked to coffee shops in town here, and we're like, hey, this is what we're doing. And they're like, we've been wanting to bring a jazz musician in Saturday afternoons. We never knew how to do it. This is the way to do it. Because venues that don't know how to book artists, this is an easy way for them to get involved. This is an easy way for artists to expand beyond what they're used to playing. Totally. So I would say just conversation, spread the word around your community, around your friends. You never know who actually could use this. It could be beneficial for weddings. It could be beneficial for private events, for birthday parties if you wanted to get a band. Like if you want to have a birthday party, you want to get a jazz band or whatever, a DJ. How do you find that? Yep. Right. It's like, how do you find that? You'd have to that,
we're actually building a portal in where you don't actually have to make a venue profile. You can just one-off, hey, I need a wedding band on the 18th in Charlotte under $20,000. Give me all the bands, right? And so anyone can use it. And, live music can be anywhere is what we've been trying to say.
Totally. And this also helps artists before they get to, we don't take near the cut that an agent would take. So trying to get people, we understand that it's hard when you're starting your career out as a beginning artist. You can do this on your own and you can keep a lot of the money that you deserve in your pocket versus paying other people to be involved. It's you can manage your own career yourself and make it an easy, streamlined way.
That is so incredible. You guys are really not allowing, but you're putting everyone's foot in the door. Venues and artists and just anybody, events coordinators. This is just incredible. I'm blown away by all that you're doing. I really am.
It's kind of crazy. We talk about this lots too, how this doesn't exist yet, really. You know what I mean? It's why we're almost 2023, we're 2023.
Yeah.
And there's no way for me to do this in an easy way. Yeah, it's this should have been around a long time ago, Absolutely. For a lot of these parties, but we're here now.
And to piggyback off the music industry feels a little lagged tech wise, right? Mm-hmm. Which is it's not a bad thing. I mean, the industry is more creative focused, right? And how do we push that instead of maybe streamline processes or whatnot? So it's there's no, we don't look down upon it or anything. We're just now trying to introduce a new way to do things and not eliminate things either. We're just trying to, especially for the 98% of artists that don't have help, right? They get overlooked a lot of the time. So how can we get them to be the 2%? Maybe we're a way to push them and get them bigger and better shows. And ultimately, if they want a booking agent, that's great. We're all for that because that means that they've made it, I guess.
Yeah, it just helps elevate the process,
It really does. It's
just a tool.
Yeah, it's such an awesome tool, such a huge support for those artists.
Yeah.
It just, Thank you. We just appreciate how you're really advocating for the live music scene. And you're advocating for musicians, of course.
And even like on that too, we've talked to some venues in Nashville, and it's like Nashville's music city. And some of these major bars or restaurants who people go to for writers rounds, they will admit, they're like, we use the same 20 people every month because it's easy. We don't know how to reach out to other people. We don't know where to look for other bands. Yeah. It's easy. We cycle through the same 20 people. And it's like,
right?
What? Like, there's so many artists that would love to play here, and that I'm sure they would like a variety instead of using the cycling through the same 20 people. So that helps them as well. It just gives everyone the opportunity to just be more expansive and try different artists and try different venues. And I think it's good for the consumer as well, like for fans, you know, like
Which
just
is our next feature.
Mix it up.
Yes.
That's our next feature.
Yeah.
Give the opportunity for everyone, you know? So that's a big part of it as well.
And just make live music more accessible.
Totally.
All over.
Totally.
You know?
Yep.
That is so cool. And I just love that, you know, maybe they don't necessarily not know how to find more artists or to expand beyond the 20 artists that they're using, but it just takes so much time.
So much time.
Even if they do know, it's like, you know, why would I spend all those hours?
Totally. I know. So much time. You guys
are just making it a fraction of the time.
Totally. And this is just the first part of our software. It is searching, you know, calendar management, and booking. Once the booking happens, we now have DocuSign in place to where you can create contracts. We have literally ACH payments or credit card payments, 50% up front at the door or all up front. And you can, just like Airbnb. So it's very simple, very fast. So we handle the process after it as well. Just to take it from, you know, searching all the way to the gigs booked and paid and done. Settling at the end
of the night.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Exactly. Because there are venues, even in Nashville, that, you know, pay cash. We're able to even track 1099s for venues and artists at the end of the year. So you just get a report because of all the shows that you played. Then from there, we can track what gigs you are playing. So we want to step into the AI space of, hey, this artist played these bars and gigs. This would be a great artist for you to book because it's in the similar vein, same capacity type, right? So it's like now we are giving suggestions to both. We're giving suggestions to artists to tour, venues of who to book, and then we're just making it easier for them as well. And it's just kind of building from there. So
my mind is blown right now because I've been calling it the Strumn app, but it is really the Strumn world.
Yeah, it's a whole platform.
So incredible.
Yeah.
Even the payment side of things, it's like, you know, you hear these stories of artists and they're chasing down a check from a gig they played 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. And sometimes like that, they need that, you know, you need that money. So it's just, you know, instilling something where we're trying to protect the artists in that sense. And if you agree on 50% up front, then you get that 50% up front and the rest right after the show. So trying to create a process that for venues, it's easy. You don't have to, you know, so much easier doing it through a software than writing out every single check or
100%.
Counting out all this cash or whatever you have to do. Your system is like we've heard some crazy stories of some venues that have some just long processes and additional people working for them. And it just doesn't have to be that hard.
Yeah, it's
like
all
this whole
automatic.
thing it shouldn't be this hard. And we're just trying to make it easy for everyone. And it's a win-win on the venue side and it's a win-win on the artist side as well.
Absolutely. So. And it's all recorded. It's all in there.
Yeah, we have all the data, which the data play is a big thing moving forward because we want to collect a lot of that of like where the artist is playing, how are they getting bigger, and then that's just leverage for them to go, you know, get record labels or booking agents or whatever, and we can provide all that information, right? Reviews and how many fans that they have at shows. So that's our next piece is the fan piece.
This just sounds like a no-brainer.
Yeah.
This sounds like a no-brainer for everybody to use.
Yep. That's what we keep saying. I'm not going to argue with you on that one because it's true.
Well, all right. So give us all the handles, all the links. Where can our listeners follow your journey? Where can they find Strumn? Where can they reach out for any questions?
So Strumm.com has the information And then there's a login page if you want to create a profile. We are still in beta right now. This is December. But we're trying to get out of that and start. We have some venues testing for us and things like that. But we have a wait list, which is great. So you can enter in your email if you just want to wait for us to send you more information. You can sign up and create a profile. Right now, our Instagram is Strumn Live, but we're going to be switching it to Strumn once I can get that changed. But our website has everything. You can see our socials and whatnot.
All right. strumn.com. All right.
Yes.
Very cool. Well, you all just heard from Shane Sniteman and Lexia Thomas, the brilliant minds behind the Strumn app, making life easier for artists and venues and everybody just to host live music near you. So thank you both again for being here, for hanging out with us on a Saturday morning. We're recording this episode in December of 2022, but y'all, we wanted to help you start 2023 off right with some fresh goals.
Yes.
A little more, efficiency there.
More shows.
Yeah, but thank you for what you're doing, for taking, your passion for the music community and just building a valuable service for everyone in it.
Thank you guys for having us.
So much. To all our listeners, may this new year be one full of efficiency, of goal hitting, and of the Strumn app. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Jumper Cable Records podcast. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please make sure to rate and review us so that we can do more fun interviews just like this one. Until next time, everybody, tip the band, tip your waiters, and be well.